Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy, Stumped, back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving into the new Grand Voyage event at Syrup Village, featuring Fats Usopp. Stump, what the hell are you talking about? Well, if you guys don't know, it's been 2 months since Grand Voyage released, and it is by far the hardest content in the entire game, and with the new Grand Voyage that literally just dropped today, this is no exception. Grand Voyage has its downsides, and it has its upsides. I'm a big fan of obviously harder content, but it's not exactly what I was hoping for when they announced like using all your characters, delving deep into your box. But nevertheless, it is a lot of fun trying to break down some of this very, very hard content. Now, if you guys don't know, for level 5 at Syrup Village, you need to bring an Usopp, it needs to be a full dex team, and it needs to be all shooters. All shooters dex. There's no super type, no super class. So we're in for a bit of a rough time. Now with Usopp, Legend Usopp 6+ getting his level limit break, it helps out drastically, but your boy doesn't have level limit break Usopp. He's only level 1. So that means we had to improvise, and in today's video we're not actually using him, but if you do have him, he actually works out really, really nicely. Now there's a bunch of teams that are floated around that I have seen to beat this content, so hopefully you guys have come up with a team or found a team that works for you guys. But if you enjoy my team, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to belt the like button for me if you're new. Hit that big red subscribe button, because like 60% of you guys now like aren't subbed. So like, do boy a favor. Most importantly though, wherever you are in this beautiful world, enjoy your day, enjoy the video, and let's check out the team. Alright, so before we dive into the run, let's take a look at the team. And the team looks a little bit like this. Now, it's not the most flawless team going around. Definitely not. But it actually does the trick, and it does it very, very nicely. If you guys have Legend Usopp, you guys can easily use Legend Usopp, replace Fat Usopp with Legend Usopp himself, and actually put him in the bottom right-hand corner. But the team is actually led by Frankie and Chopper, or General Frankie V2. Shout out to my boy Sim. I bet your ass you're loving this, seeing this man actually be viable, because I am eating my own words, and I am making an apology right here. I said when this man comes out, when the hell is the burn ever going to be relevant? And of course, they went into Grand Voyage and they were like, hey, Stump, remember when you said that the burn's not going to be relevant? Well, we're going to stitch you up. Well, the thing is, with this Frankie, he's actually a shooter class when you are in the Dex variation. So, Dex shooters, it works very, very nicely. As a captain in his Dex variation, he removes 10 turns of burn, and that's very, very important for Stage 4. As a captain, he does type effects by 1.3, 3.75 times attack, as long as your first class is Powerhouse Fighter, Cerebral Driven, and Fighter. Now, he's our captain, but he only sees captain on Stage 4. And you guys will see that once we hit the run. But his special actually gives a heal, which is awesome for the barrier pen units, as well as give a 2.5 times attack and orb boost to the primary classes for attack, secondary classes for orbs. So, very, very good unit. And with the support of V1 Tankman, we just can like guarantee some more matching orbs when we actually utilize his special as well. Not essential if you are relying on orb RNG, because this team does take a little bit of RNG, or it does take a little bit of finessing if you do get unlucky with orbs. Next, we've got Momo and Shinobu. Now, Shinobu and Momo are pretty much on every single team that I've spoken to people about or anything like that, because their special not only removes 6 turns of resilience, but it gives Cerebrals and Shooters an orb boost by 1.75, and then if you land 4 perfects, you then get another orb boost, and after 3 turns, so you get the clock buff, you get another orb boost, doubling the orb boost. So this works really, really well with Legend Usopp, because you can use this special to get the orb boost, and then you can activate Usopp to get the 4 turns of the attack boost, and it works very nicely because you only have 6 turns to complete this quest. Very, very annoying. But Momo and Shinobu are great. They also have Barrier Pen, which is awesome, and they have access to the Raizo support. Raizo can actually remove 2 turns of this, paralysis, and that's the big reason why Raizo's here. He does special bind, but like literally the paralysis is the big reason why he's actually here. Next, we've got Kizaru. Now, it does suck that a PvP legend is almost essential to take this particular fight down, but Kizaru is great because he gives cooldowns. He removes special bind, as well as being a chain boosting character. Now, with this particular character, you could probably replace him with another like cooldown like buffer. But this Kizaru, he's really, really good because on Stage 1, you actually get captain swap. So Kizaru actually becomes our captain at the very beginning of the fight, and is actually our captain all the way up to stage 4. So, very important you have him in the bottom right-hand slot as well. Next, we've got Ace Sabo. Ace and Sabo, they will become our captain on the final stage, because on the final stage, you get captain swap to your middle left. They're amazing because they're our orb booster, being 2.5 to shooters. The Blind and Despair doesn't matter that much. I have the Whitebeard support, but now that I'm actually looking at their special, you don't actually need the Whitebeard support, which is actually pretty funny. So you could use some sort of stats there to make it a little bit better. But basically, they're our orb booster. They give us a full board of orbs on the final stage with their super swap. They give a 2.25 color affinity boost, as well as being type advantage to one of the mob members, which is very important because our full team is Dex, and there's one mob member that is Strength, and you need to kill that unit, otherwise you're going to be in for a bad time. Finally, we have the man of the hour, Clash Usopp. Alright, so editing stump here. Turns out that this Usopp Clash is actually no longer available. I think it was an April Fool's Clash. So this Usopp's actually a rare recruit character now. So hopefully you've been taking the advice of pretty much every single veteran player when they say save every copy of your units, because this is a perfect example when a very basic and pretty crappy unit actually came in clutch. Back to the video. Free-to-play Usopp is on this team, and he actually works really, really well. As you guys know, you do need a full Dex shooter team, as well as bringing in Usopp, because I don't have Usopp, Legend Usopp done. This is what I had to sort of resort to. Now, the reason I'm using this particular guy is because he's a 1.75 times attack boost to Dex characters. That's literally why I brought him. But it does take a very hefty support here, which is a treasure map rare recruit. This treasure map Nami came out for the ulti treasure map, and the big reason that she's amazing here is because when you use a special, after you hit 3 perfects, your Dex characters get an attack boost by 1.75 on the next turn. So that way we can get 2 turns of a Dex attack boost, and it all works out really nicely with this Usopp. As I mentioned, if you have level limit break plus level 5 Usopp, you just put Usopp on the team here, you get a 4 turn of attack boost, and it works out much better. You don't have to hit through blindness, and it all works out hunky-dory. Finally, we have the Shark Superb as our ship, and we're bringing an Ace Yamato friend captain. I used a level 3 final tap, but if you can get one that is max final tap, that is going to help you guys out drastically. But enough about the team, enough about me rambling. Let's dive in to the actual run. Alright, here we go. That is the team as we spoke about before. Now, I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm pretty chuffed with this one. I'm pretty proud of myself. So that's the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive in. I'm going to try and break down the event as best as I possibly can for you guys. But there is a lot to talk about when it comes to Grand Voyage, because they throw a lot at you. On stage 1, we are going to get our cooldowns to Dex characters. Obviously, level 5, you need to bring a full Dex team, so it does work quite nicely here. And then you get captain swapped. Your captain becomes the bottom right unit. So for us, Kizaru becomes the captain for 5 turns. On the first turn, we're going to switch with Frankie, so that way we can actually guarantee ourselves a matching orb on stage 2. And then we're going to use the Shinobu and Momo special. Now, I got pretty unlucky with my orbs here. Honestly, I've only got 1 orb on Ace Sabo, and the rest of my orbs, sucked. On this turn, you have to hit 4 perfects, so that way you get the carryover effect of Shinobu and Momo to give us an orb boost on the second stage. Now, this second stage is an absolute nightmare. You have one of every colored mob enemy, which is super annoying, by the way, as well as having resilience on your middle character. Now, with the Usopp special, we're going to get our Dex characters to get an attack boost, and then with the Nami support, we can get that perfect buff to carry it into the next stage. Switching with Chopper and Frankie can give us a matching orb guaranteed, which is very, very nice. And with this stage, you guaranteed 4 matching orbs, and it actually works out quite nicely. You don't need a matching orb on Ace, Sabo, or Kizaru for this stage to actually work, but you do need to actually, tap and switch. So, as you guys saw, I have Ace Sabo in the quick variation. I have Ace Yamato in the strength variation to do enough damage to the middle unit. And then we have our Dex units. Now, you guys might have noticed I tapped in particular orders just to guarantee the kill, but we are going to rely on the burn to just finish the stage off. So if you get characters, really low, don't stress, because the burn should be able to finish them for you, hopefully. It'll definitely finish the resilience anyway. On stage 3, we come up against 2 of KURO's minions. They have 3 turns of a perfect barrier at 3 hits, which is very, very annoying. But as you guys will see, we get the orb boost from Momo Shinobu, we get the attack boost from the Nami support, and then we can switch to guarantee ourselves 3 more orbs for our Dex characters, as well as give us color affinity boost. Now, as you guys will see here too, I got really unlucky with orbs, but if you tap in the right order, you guys will actually have plenty of damage to take this stage down. So as you guys can see, I still had Momo and Shinobu left over as an attacking unit on that stage. So you should be absolutely hunky-dory to take that stage down if you get terrible RNG with orbs. Moving on to the next stage, we come up against Django. Django has a 5 hit perfect barrier for 1 turn, and then 3 mob enemies that also have perfect barriers. The 2 on the left, the one on the left, the one on the right have 4 turns of a barrier, and the middle one only has 1 turn as well. I've seen people use like Stampede Frankie here to actually get around the barrier. Really, really smart, but on this particular team, we're actually using General Frankie as our captain because you actually get burned as well. Also, something to note, on stage 3, you actually get 11 turns of blindness. So I'm doing all of this while not being able to, like, see my perfect. So make sure to turn that game sound on. Make sure you're using the Shark Superb because that thing is going to help you out significantly when you are doing this run. Now, we do have a lot of barrier pen here, and thanks to Frankie giving us a 2.5 times attack boost and a 2.5 times orb boost, we have enough damage to take out Django in the back and do quite a bit of damage to the mob enemies. You do have a bit of barrier pen here. Frankie also heals, which allows Usopp and Shinobu and Mobo to actually guarantee their barrier pen of over 50%. And it works out pretty nicely. On this first turn, you get all colored orbs and a Wano slot on your bottom right. So it can be a little bit finicky with like what orbs you guys do have. But make sure you use your barrier pen units wisely here to actually break through barriers. And then on the second turn, use your non-barrier pen units, which will be Usopp, Momo, Shinobu, and Ace Yamato on that particular stage. Moving into the final stage, though, you do need to get the Super Switch ready. And you do want to switch into Ace. Very important that you don't switch with Ace Yamato on that final turn of stage 4. On the final stage against Kuro and his mob enemies, there's so much on this stage. 6 turns of Despair, which is very annoying. 2 turns of Chain Coefficient Reduction. And Captain Swap to the middle left. We get Fear. We get Special Reversed. We also get Special Binded on the last stage and also Paralysis. But we take care of that thanks to supports and Captain abilities. There's just so much going on with Grand Voyage. As I mentioned, I'm going to try my best. But like, there's just so much to talk about. On this final stage, we have Kizaru for cooldowns. A chain boost, super switch to give us orbs with Ace Yamato, as well as a full bottle orbs. Then, sorry, that was Ace Sabo. Ace Yamato are then going to give us a conditional boost, a chain boundary, as well as give us an attack boost for our entire team. And we're actually going to use them to finish off with the final tap. And as I mentioned, I only have level 3 here and still actually managed to get it done. So, funny enough, this actually challenge was really, really cool. But as I mentioned, we are tapping through blindness, and we are sort of changing our targets every single turn. Like, as you can see there, like, I had to change targets just to guarantee myself enough damage, start off the chain multiplier, and let Momo Shinobu actually, like, do enough damage. There you guys go, though. We have Ace Yamato coming in hot with that final tap, going absolutely berserk, taking down Kuro with 176 million damage, which is very, very nice to see, and completing level 5 of Syrup Village. But let me know what team you guys are using. If you're using this team with level limit break plus Usopp, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know if you guys are using other teams as well. These challenges are incredibly hard, and obviously it's only a little bit of wiggle room, especially on day 1 of the event coming out, to actually like tweak the team. But as I mentioned, if you do have a lot of Usopp dupes and you do have level limit break 5 Legend Usopp, feel free to slap him on this team, and you can probably replace Kizaru with another chain booster or another unit that can actually give you guys cooldowns on the final stage, and that should all work out pretty hunky-dory too. But if you did enjoy the video today, make sure to go down there and belt the like button for me. If you are new to the channel or you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that big red subscribe button. But guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. See you in 2 months, Grand Voyage, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later!